Hello everybody and welcome to Mudborne. This is a game by L-Razor and T-Engineers and published by Future Friends Games, where we are going to be in charge of farming some frogs. Yes, we are. And apparently it's not just that, there's other things to it as well, but we will find out as we go. So let's head in. My name is Sheila. Wake up. And also I need to be purple. As much purple as I can make is what I should be. So. Oh. I can make my own little intro music. Okay, let's wake up. I enjoyed that. Mudborne. It is time to wake up. We have been hibernating for too long, and now we are trapped. Restore the gates so that we can return. Take this to guide you. See what I mean by there's more to it than just running a frog sanctuary. I think we're saving, like, the species of frog or something. I don't know, but it sounds amazing. Hey, how you feeling? The name's Hoppert. Hello, Hoppert. Nice to meet you. I brought you here once you respawned. Pulling you out the mud took it out of me. I'm not quite the froglet I used to be. The pond mother told us you'd be coming, said you'd be able to help us out in restoring this place. I'm a carpenter, trained at the guild and everything. Anything you need, I can make it. Just bring me the raw materials and I'll do the rest. Alright, anything else you need to... anything else you need, let me know. Otherwise, I'll let you hop to it. Okay. Hoppert is my dude, is my dude. It's very tiny. Gosh, this is very tiny. What's up there? I'm just going to leave me to it. I see. Getting started. Open to start with G. Okay, so. Guiding light. If you're reading this, then you've probably just had a bit of a rude awakening. No matter though, as this guide will help you pick things back up. Each section has a specific theme. You can do things in any order you like and use this book as much or as little as you want. When you're ready, click next to move on. Okay. Complete. So getting around. Okay, so you can move around with WASD. You can walk up and down stairs and ladders as well through any doorways. Maybe knock first. You can also use stone lily pads to hop across areas by clicking on them. Chase some frogs. Okay. You'll always use whatever item is equipped, either in your hotbar 1 to 9 or mouse wheel to change, or whatever is held with your mouse. Hovering over most things will show you a tooltip with more info, including items you can use on it. Let's start by using that axe of yours to cut down some trees. It's all good games. Sorry, as all good games begin. Chop down a tree. Okay. Alright, well, I guess. Let's go chop down a tree. Alright, so I can go up and down ladders. Oh, look at me, I'm a purple frog. Oh my goodness. Okay, cool. We can go up here by the looks of it. Can I climb this ladder? How do I climb it? Hold shift for info, but it is locked. A ladder leading up. The hatch has an orange lock on. Maybe you can find the key. Ah, okay. Orange key for an orange lock. Here we are outside. Outside is big. Can I chop down a tree with my axe? Apparently, it said. Hold shift for info. A lush tree growing out of the shallows can be cut with an axe. Right. There's my axe. Okay, let's go. For some reason, the hotbar is not where you would expect it to be. I'm looking down here like, can we move things about at all? Or not? Oh, and that's my inventory in there, I see. Okay. Very nice. Quick store button. Okay. Target button. Help button. How do I close this? Need help. Need help. Trash slot. Backpack slot. Put a backpack in this slot to free up space. Aha, it's down there. I see. Okay, cool. We know how to chop a tree down. We know how to use our backpack now. Good start. So how can we have a green book as well? That's the encyclopedia. Okay, and I have to find... Okay, so we chopped down a tree. Anyway, we have done that. So, next. You'll always use whatever item is equipped. Hovering over most things will show a tooltip. Chop down a tree. Right, so excess baggage. You can carry a surprising amount of stuff in those cute dungarees of yours. Items that don't fit in your hotbar will be moved to your inventory, and you can open that at any time with E, okay? If you need more storage, then you can get some items later to help you with your hoarding addiction. Okay, so we've opened the inventory. Most placed objects have a little menu you can open by clicking on them. You can move menus around by dragging their title bar. Okay. And close them by pressing escape. If you want to learn more about a menu, you can press the little question mark button. How handy. Open a crate. Right, so we're going to find a crate and open it then. So is there a crate here? Can I open you? Probably shouldn't have. Probably should open that with my hand and not my... Okay, I have opened a crate. And question mark tells me that that is a storage slot and that these are preview slots. I see. Very nice. Target button, pin button. Okay. Wonderful. Let's go back in my purple book then. So I'm going to use this quite a lot probably to work out what on earth I'm actually doing. What is my objective here? In case your inventory has a trash slot. We found that already. You can send items to the trash by hovering over a slot and pressing delete. Most items have a use, so if your collector's impulse tells you to keep them, you're probably right. Cool. I don't want to trash an item though, so I'm glad that it says that that's okay. I don't have to. Most placed objects have a little menu you can open by clicking on them. We already did that. Open a crate. There we are. Okay. Look it up in case you haven't already guessed. This frog-themed reading simulator has a lot of books in it. There are 4 main books to guide you that you'll find on your journey, including this one. You can access your books at any time using the item bar at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, that one. Or the hotkeys F, G, M, and N. I will use the thing at the bottom of the screen, thank you, rather than F, G, M, and N. Really? Okay. Check the encyclopedia. We already did check in there, so moving on. Nice work. Now you've got a handle on things, you can get back to saving the pond. If you get stuck on anything, be sure to check this guide, and you can revisit any previous chapters whenever you like. As a reward for your patience, take this map with you. I have a feeling you're going to need it. Oh, thank you. A map. Wonderful. Cool, cool. So, tools of the trade, mushroom magic, the long road ahead, A-N-O-U-R-E-S. I don't know what that would stand for. Anoras. I see. Okay, so. Tools of the trade. Closer look. You may be a small frog in a big pond, but there's plenty of wildlife even smaller than you. Your magnifying glass lets you quickly identify any frogs, bugs, or spores you might come across without you needing to pick them up. Perhaps it will help uncover other things too. Inspect a frog. Let's go and inspect a frog. Hey, I need my magnifying glass out. Hello, frog. Can I inspect you? That was definitely a frog, but I couldn't inspect it. Okay. Common green. Oh, I see. You're too far away to interact with this. That's another common green. Gen 1, Gen 1, Gen 1. Okay. So maybe I need to catch one next. But now I've got another book, look. Spawning pools showing me... Oh, that's my map, of course. So I've got an atlas now. Lovely. Okay. I'm getting there with this now. So we found a common green. I haven't caught one or anything like that. So, okay, so I have identified a frog now. So let's go back on my purple book and see if that was enough. Yes. Okay, so the next thing is my bug net probably. Using your bug net, you can catch both frogs and critters. Once you get close enough to a bunch of flies, use your net and go crazy to pick them all up. Frogs will make you work for it, so you'll have to chase. Sorry, you'll have to chase them, the little rascals. But that just makes it more fun. Catch a bug. Okay, and we also have hammer time. When you place down objects and items, you might realise they mess with the feng shui. Or maybe they're just off by 1 pixel. Hold shift. By the way, you're welcome. Luckily, things are not permanent. This isn't a frog-like. You can use your hammer to pick them back up. Break something. Okay. Break something, catch a bug. Can I catch a frog as well? Oh no, look, over here. Over here, there's a speckled butterfly. Let's see if we can catch that with our net. Hurrah! That wasn't too hard. New species found. Speckled butterfly. Can I catch a common green frog as well? I'll catch everything now. Gotta catch them all. Common green. Frog discovered. Yeah. Now I got a picture of it. Okay, so I'm guessing that these will be showing up in my inventory here. Yes, I have 1 common green frog and 1 butterfly. Lovely. Let's go back to my purple book. And say, I did it! Right then, so the next thing we need to do is get my hammer and pick something up with it. So, maybe one of the crates or something back here, we can try and pick that up. Oh, let's try and pick this up, a stone lamp. Now, I'm trying to use my hammer on that, but it doesn't seem to want me to, so let's see if there's anything else I can do. Pick up a crate or a barrel or something. Frogs, it's you cutesy. A wooden lamp can be grabbed with a hammer. Oh, look, there we are. We got a lamp, a wooden lamp. Right, okay. So, next thing... Oh, there's like a way down there. There's like a mine or something going on. Okay, so we can chop down a tree. We can pick up an object. We can catch a critter. Lovely. There's, it looks like there's different weather conditions, possibly. Different temperatures and moisture levels and all that sort of thing. Wonderful. Okay, so we're done. We've done that. Lovely. So... While punching a tree sounds cool, we don't have a hospital nearby, so perhaps just stick to using your axe. Good idea. You can chop down trees, shrubs, and some other stuff too. How versatile. After you harvest stuff, be sure to replant them. I know exactly how many you plant, and I am watching you. I see. I already did chop a tree, though. That's fine. If you find yourself waiting for specific conditions at a certain time, why not sleep on it? You can use a bed to sleep and pass time, which will also affect any other processes and machines, spawning, feeding, etc. You can also use a bed to commune with the pond mother if you get stuck. Sleep until morning. Okay. Drop in the bucket. Buckets are the most important item for any serious researcher, allowing you to easily move various liquids and tadpoles. Okay, buckets with matching liquids. So I guess these might be buckets here. Will also stack. I'm not sure how you can carry 99 buckets of water without spilling them, but it's very impressive. Stacking up all these buckets of water. Lovely. Okay, cool. Water is the lifeblood of the pond and used in a few different processes. You can gather water in a bucket by using the bucket on any area of water. You might think that's obvious, but look, here we are. You can also drop it back out into water to get an empty bucket back. Okay. Get some water. All our modern breeding processes utilize mud to act as a base for mushroom modifications. Similar to gathering water, you can use a bucket on any mud pools to grab some. While you're there, go splash about in the mud a bit. It won't do anything, but it makes a fun sound, right? Squish, 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 squish. Okay. So we've got to go and get some water and go and get some mud, and then I think we have to sleep. But I think we can actually go on to Snug as a Bug and Mushroom Magic and hop to it. And whatever that is. That's genetics. Okay. Long road ahead, playing God. To get things back in order, you need to work your way around the pond, restoring species as you go. To start with, you'll need to create some new species to work with to allow you access to the dream world. Okay. Get a hold of some stout funnels and create a very chonky frog. Okay. This chapter isn't complete yet. Right, I think maybe, well, we could go and get a bucket, couldn't we? So maybe I need my hammer to pick up a bucket. I'm not sure. Is that a bucket? Trying to work it out. Are you a bucket? Can I pick you up? Let me just put my magnifying glass on and I can maybe press shift to see. No, I'm not sure that is a bucket. There is a chest over here though, which I would love to interact with. Oh, it seems to be high up. Like in the water. I can't get there. Well, that's annoying. Yeah, they're like really high up islands. I guess I might need a ladder or a rope or something to get up there. I can go up here because there's stairs. And I can go back in here. I think that's where I came from. A barred doorway. Oh. Maybe it isn't where I came from. Or maybe it is where I came from. I don't know. What are those? Are they fireflies or something? Or are they mushrooms? I can't even tell what they are. I'm going to see if I can catch one. Apparently not. That might be another common green. There's a lot of common greens around here. Alright. I see. Jumarel's research number 1. Hold shift for info. A note left by a genetic researcher. It can be read with a magnifying glass. Okay. Well, that's great. But I want my bed. Like, I thought I came out of there. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I came out of here. Let's see if we can go in here. Maybe it was here. Oh, yeah, that looks more like it. So, yeah, there are some beds in here. Perfect. So, let's see if I can use them. Sleep until dawn? That means I do the sleeping inquest. But I did not commune with the pond mother or anything like that day. So, that was sad, but never mind. What kind of frog are you? You're more common greens. Okay, cool. Hoppet, I have some questions. What are you doing here? I'm part of the team sent to this research pond after we didn't hear back for a while. Seems to have been pretty bad winter that took you all off guard. Okay. Originally, we were here on a salvage mission until your pond mother reached out. In our dreams, she'd managed to get a lot of frogs into torpor, but it took a lot out of her. Okay. Can I help with anything? Actually, there is. That ladder over there leads to a loft. Seems like there's some stuff stored up there. However, it needs a key, and I didn't manage to find it as I was clearing the place out. If you come across it, could you bring it to me? Also, if you come across any blueprints, bring them here, and I'll be able to make them for you. Okay. Eaten any nice bugs recently? Now you mention it, there's some very salty Draco flies around here. Far nicer than the stuff we have down south. But you have to brave the rain to find them. I also saw some butterflies the other day when the things cleared up, but they looked far too sweet for my tastes. I'm a more savoury frog. So, like, the dragonflies are like crisps and, like, the butterflies are like chocolate. I see. I see how it goes. So, if I find a key, then great, but... I swear, I wish I could zoom this in. It's so tiny. Like, I wonder if there is a scale... Oh, right, scaling. Oh, okay. I actually can. I actually can zoom it in a little bit. And then I can zoom it out if I want. We can go for 4 times, but I think 3 times would be perfect. Okay. Wonderful. So that just looks a little bit nicer to my eyes, basically. I can pick the reeds here. It's like I can't go this way for some reason. I wonder what's blocking me. Is it that the water is too deep, maybe? Maybe I have to build a bridge or something. That looks like a really tiny door. The door is too small for me to go through. That's where I came from? Yes. Okay. That frog had a little heart over it. That's adorable. Alright, I think we're going to go back to my purple book and carry on working our way through it because that's going to help me a lot. So, yeah, buckets. I'm seeing a lot of buckets around. I would think I could pick them up with a hammer or something. But it's not happening. So how do we pick up a bucket? It didn't tell me that. It's like you can totally get water from this bucket and everything and stuff. No one told me how to actually pick up a bucket. I will try an axe on these. No. Can I make a bucket? Maybe? We haven't done any crafting, have we? The crate here. I don't really want... I want to open that with my hands. Okay, there are buckets in this crate. I will take those. Oh, apparently I already had 20 buckets in my inventory as well. But, okay, there's a bucket full of mud there. There's some wood. And some twigs. They seem like useful things. And I will have a look at this researcher's notes. Can I inspect that? Oh, there we are. Jumarill's Research 1. Part of my research at Pond 7 involves looking into the colours and patterns that we inherit from our traits. As we all know, the mycelium strands absorbed by the frog spawn modify their traits. But they also cause the tadpoles to take on the colours of the mushrooms themselves, even after shedding. Oh, so you can use mushrooms to colour frogs. If we could find a way to separate our traits from our patterns, we could create all sorts of combinations not even imagined yet. Oh, that is pretty cool. Now, if I could work out how to get over here, there's another set of notes. Let's see if we can get in this door here. That's a barred doorway. A warning sign posted on the barricade mentions a hibernation evacuation. Okay. So there seems to be something in there, but I can't get in. That's a locked door. A small wooden door with a blue lock on it. Maybe you can find the key. Okay. Let's have a look at my map and see where we've been. So there's a question mark over there. That door is showing home. We've been in there and in there. There looks to be like possibly some like on top of there, like hatches. Oh, I see. So there are also some ladders and stairs and things going up. You can get on top of that island probably by going up with the orange key. That one and that one you can't go up. But there's a chest on top of there, which would probably be useful. There's an X marks the spot up there. Alright then. I will go and check out the question mark up ahead then. Except I can't. Just can't go that way. Because it's too deep. Maybe I need like a boat or something. Maybe I should follow my green thing. So there's a question mark there. So it looks like I can go wherever it's blue here. And there's possibly a way down there through this island and possibly a way out there. And there might be some way that some secret way I can get there. And there's possibly, I don't know why there's question marks in the deep bits there, but I guess that's something we'll find out later. Okay. Alright then, let's get a bucket of water then. Bucket of water done. Just so we know what we're doing. Okay. So bucket of water is done. Bucket of mud is done because we found some mud in the chest. Right, there are some dragonflies over there. Some salty, salty dragonflies. Let's get one of those. New species found. Salty, salty dragonfly. Lovely. I slept till morning, so that's good. Okay, those are all the tools you need to get this pond restored. You can always get more tools from Hoppet if you lose them. So no need to worry about that. You've got plenty of other stuff to be worrying about, like when was the last time you ate some bugs. Now, let's move on, shall we? Oh, and take this as a reward. So I think I've gotten the final book. Yes. What is that then? That's a scrapbook, and it shows all of the research and reflection gates. Okay. This is my atlas showing my spawning pools. This is my encyclopedia showing that we need 5 mushrooms, 8 different insects, and 8 different frogs. Okay. Common green, the most hardy and resilient of all frogs, able to adapt to any environment with ease. They are the base breeding stock for any research, the cornerstone of all species that exist today. Okay. Getting there. Starting to get there. Okay, let's go back to the purple book then. So, snug as a bug. The world is filled with all sorts of critters, each with their own preferred environments and behaviours. You can check your encyclopedia for hints on where you might find them, or chat with NPCs to ask them if there's any delicious snacks they found recently. Which we did. And we found some bugs. Eating bugs is all well and good, but they won't do your tadpoles much good sitting in your belly. Sometimes you have to share. Using your net, you can grab any nearby bugs to pick them up. Be sure to keep it handy, as you never know where a rare bug might spawn. We have caught a bug. Lovely. Trade secret. While the majority of your bug stocks will be used up in the feeding process for your tadpoles, you should still keep some aside to trade with. Different NPCs prefer different bugs and will trade you unique items for their favourites. Here's one on the house. Don't say I never give you nothing. Okay. Do I need to... Okay, if you're feeling peckish, you can eat bugs by pressing right button to use your tongue. Eating a bug allows you to check its flavour profile, maybe have another just to double check. And one more for luck. If you eat enough bugs, you might even get something like indigestion. Eat some bugs. Alright, let's catch a few more then, so that I've got plenty spare. There's like loads around here. And we can trade these with Hopper as well, I expect. Right, so now I'm going to eat a few of them. Yum yum. How do I eat them? Put them in my hotbar maybe, and click on them. Num num. Okay, let me just double check this. Oh, I bet I have to eat them like in the wild. Yeah, there we are. Looking like a snack. There we are. Tasted salty. Which we knew, because we've been told that anyway. But I have eaten some bugs. Wonderful. Gourmet chef, once you've eaten a bug, you can identify its flavour profile. Salty, sweet, sour, bitter, umami, spicy and slimy. Later on, when you're raising tadpoles, you'll need to provide some bugs that match the flavours they like. Otherwise, they won't grow into big, strong frogs. Eat something sweet. Here's one on the house. Don't say I never give you anything. Okay, so I need to eat a butterfly now. And the butterflies, they came out on like different days, on like a drier day. So I might need to wait for a drier day for that to happen. So I feel like maybe now would be a good time to sleep through the night again. If I can find home. Where's home? Where's home gone? Ah! It's over here, I think. I'll have another sleep and see if the weather... It says it's mild and dry. The weather clears up a bit. Oh, commune. Here we are. Let's see if we can commune with the pond mother. I'm pleased to see you survived the respawning. The guide I gave you should set you on the right path. Oh. Start by restoring the lost frogs, and the rest will follow. Okay. Typical of me to skip through dialogue, but... I'm guessing she's like, blah, 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 help me. Alright, let's see what kind of weather it is outside today. It's a dry day. Yay. So... I love that I stick my little tongue out. That's adorable. Let's run around and see if any butterflies are around the place today. Oh, that little frog, so cute. A salt grove tree. I am not seeing any butterflies. That's sad times. Some like reeds down there that I can get as well. There's like a pond thing here. What's this? That's a service gate, one of the reflection gates that allows travel between the waking and dreaming worlds. Oh, cool. I found one of the reflection gates. Nice. A reflection gate that you found up in the northeast of the spawning pools near a research lab. You noted down the genetic lock required so that you could view it again here. How sensible. To open the gate, you'll need to create a frog with genetics that matches the lock. Oh, wow. You'll need to take into account both current and previous generation traits for this lock. Okay. No lineage, no lineage, no lineage, no lineage, no lineage. And then Anoures. Okay. So I need a 55555555 frog and a 577555555 frog. And that will open that gate. Okay, well, that is way beyond where I'm at the moment with things. This is a bit of a puzzle, this game. It's amazing. A lily paddlings. Can I pick them up? Oh, yes, I did pick up some lily pads, some reeds, some wood, and there's some pondweed there as well. Okay, cool. Very good to know. It looks like there's a butterfly or two here. Let's see what kind they are. Are they the same ones I already have? Speckled butterfly. Yeah, okay, let's go and eat some. They are sweet. Which means I have finished that part of my gourmet chef thing. And I can claim my dragonflies or whatever it is. Lovely. Okay. Mushroom magic. To start modifying traits, we need to get our hands on some mushrooms. Each mushroom has its own effects that can modify multiple traits at once. By combining mushrooms, you can completely change the genetics of a frog to form an entirely new species. Okay. Spores can form in all sorts of places if the temperature and moisture levels are just right. As you explore, you might find spores under your... use your magnifying glass to note down the locations. While they'll never bloom themselves, they'll act as a guide to the conditions needed for your own farms. Inspect spores. Okay. And also, to start attracting our own mushroom spores, we can cultivate areas to make conditions just right. To start with, we need to make some compost using various flora you find. All that weird green junk you get from chopping trees or harvesting weed. Okay. Trade with Hopper for a composter so we can start. Right, so we need to go back and trade with Hopper for a composter. These look like they might be the spores. Can I? It says that I should be able to inspect them with my magnifying glass. All I did was drop my magnifying glass. That's probably not ideal. So let's just go and like get a composter from Hopper, because at least that's the thing I know I can do. Oh, I betcha that's a tadpole pond. I bet I can use that later. All right, good stuff. What have we got up here? There's something up here. Giant wax cap spores. Okay, good to know. We've found some spores. Well, I tried to inspect them. Bounding gate. One of the reflection gates that allows travel. Can be read with a magnifying glass. Inspect. Aha, so that looks like an easier one. 4, 7 of A though. So I found 2 reflection gates now. There's one over there that's going to be hard to get to, and one over there that will also be more difficult to get. Not too difficult though. all I need to do is go across this bridge. And then down. Make sure they're not something I can eat. Then I'll head up here. And that's the third founding gate. The pontoon gate. Okay, and let's read it with the magnifying glass. So this is the pontoon gate. And that requires, again, quite a lot of genetic variation. I'm like half an hour in, I still haven't like mutated a frog or anything yet. That looks like it could be a crate full of useful goodies. Oh yeah, it's got a few things. It's a crate full of crates. How wonderful. To open my inventory so I can put them in there. So crate full of crates. I don't really know what is my my area. Like, can I modify the place where I am at the moment? I see, so I can't get across there. Maybe I'll be able to build bridges later. A wooden bridge, sturdy and dependable. But for now, oh yeah, look there. There's a broken bridge. So there's a possibility that I might be able to repair that. Once I'm good enough. Alright, we wanna... Oh no, that's not the right one. I wanna go home and trade with Hoppet. Because so far, all of the frogs are common green, so I figured that I'm gonna have to kind of change them up to... Unless they're not. But I think they are. Yeah, just everything is. Everything's common green. A marsh shrub. I wonder if I can eventually be tiny and go through those tiny doors. There are tiny doors everywhere. Right, Hoppet. I need a composter. Can we trade? So, crates, a crusher for mushrooms, a cultivator for growing mushrooms. I still haven't really found any in the wild. My bed. Okay, so I could kind of make one of the labs into a bit more of my home, I guess. A frog spa, a large frog spa, a spawner, get frog spawn, and a wooden lantern. Okay, so anyway, composter is what we need. I need a bucket of mud and 5 logs. I'm fairly certain I have those. How do I trade? Help! Okay, the help menu did not help. I definitely have a bucket of mud on me. And I definitely have 5 logs. There we are. How was the cost? Reduce, reuse, recycle. We have a composter. But I haven't managed to inspect spores, so that's annoying. Different combinations of flora can form different types of compost. Some have unique effects like increasing moisture levels or increasing the number of mushrooms grown. Try experimenting with different layers to make different compost, or just look at the recipes up on Game Frox. Boo hiss. Make compost. Okay. I can't do any of that until I've done that. Need to make compost. Now then, question is, do we try and do stuff in here? In Froppet's place? Yeah. Or do we make our own little place? Maybe in one of these labs or something. Like, can I... A predictor? And calculate trait changes from different mushrooms over generations. The ladder there as well. Can I go up the ladder? Still haven't really worked out ladders. It's like you can go up ladders. Not that one though. That apparently doesn't even count as a ladder, so it's fine. It's you cutie. I love that one. It's so cute. I can't really move these things around though. It said I could move things with shift, but maybe with the hammer then? I don't appear to be able to do a ton of moving around. Maybe that doesn't count as my place or something. However, it's useful that there's a predictor in here and stuff like that, because that's probably going to be quite helpful later on. Right, so in the meantime, I need to try and find some mushroom spores. There were some up here, and I feel like I somehow destroyed them. There's a load of common green frogs over here now. And I don't even know how I destroyed them. I was just inspecting them with my magnifying glass and then they weren't there anymore. Oh, there's some stepping stones here. Okay. Let's use those. What's this then? A weather report. Ah, nice. A very large snowstorm spotted out in the northern sea, slow moving but ferocious. 2 of our probes didn't make it back alive. The temperature is more aggressive than anything I've seen before. On current trajectory, it will hit the pond in under a week. We've informed the pond mother, as is protocol. She has ordered an immediate hibernation. Better safe than sorry. Huh. It was a massive snowstorm. Salty. Let's see if we can catch some of these. Marsh fly found. Lovely. We found a different critter at least. Oh, don't they fit in my inventory? Is my inventory too full? Although it looks like I could do that. I think I need a crate of my own. All the frogs are still common green. Bucket full of water there. I'm starting to slowly peel back the things that I need to do. So there are lily pads to there, to that one down there, and there are lily pads down there. There's lily pads that go all the way up and around here, so I can get to there, but I don't know how to get across to that one. And I'm not seeing any lily pads to that. I'm now aware of what I'm looking for. Speckled butterfly tastes sweet. Oh, I think there's some mushrooms here. Okay. Cool. Oh, they're frogs. Okay. They're common green frogs. That's what a common green looks like when it's in mud. So maybe there weren't any mushrooms around. I'm struggling to find spores hugely, and I don't know why. I don't know if I'm looking for the wrong thing. Let me look at the guide again. As you explore, you might find spores. Use your magnifying glass to note down their locations. While they'll never bloom themselves, they'll act as a guide to the conditions needed for your own farms. And I can't find any. I don't know what they look like. I don't know what I'm looking for. There's like all sorts of stuff up there. Well, okay. I just have to think to myself, like, where haven't I been? Is there somewhere that I could find spores? I've not been before, maybe. I've been up there before. I worry that I'm not looking for the right thing, but things do light up usually when you hover over them with the magnifying glass, if there's something that you can properly interact with. So what's this? It's a red lily. Okay, well, I destroyed that. A common flower that grows in the shallows and can be picked by hand. Lovely. Not what I'm looking for, though. I'm looking for mushroom spores. And why am I not seeing any? I'm going to go across here. So that looks like another barred doorway. I don't know if we'll ever be able to get into those. Or maybe I can axe into them. No, I can't. That would be way too easy. Of course it would. Probably barred from the inside or something. But I want to go over here and have a little look at what's about. I can jump quite far, can't I, look? I'm clearly a very unique and awesome frog. There's things drawn here. Wooden lantern. Can I inspect these? No. I feel like I was doing quite well, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, actually, no, you're not doing well because you can't find any mushrooms. Sorry, Sheelab. Game over for you. Okay. Well, okay. They don't seem to be anything. That looks interesting, but I can't get to it. Okay. I just wish I could find a mushroom because, like, now I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm failing you guys by not being able to find one. Mushroom spores. Okay, what's this up here? So we've got marsh shrub. A small shrub growing in the grass which can be cut with an axe. So I'm fairly certain it was expecting me to find these things in the wild. These spores. And I don't know if I'm being dumb here, but I have not seen one at all. Which means I can't move forward. I also feel a bit sad that I don't have a space of my own that I can like rearrange, unless the place where Robert lives, or Hoppet, sorry, Hoppet lives, is a place that I can rearrange a bit. Let's see. I can't really move anything. But I'd like to have my own place where I can have a little chest and put things down and that sort of thing. And build things and place things and... Like, I can't place things in here. I can't place it on flooring, okay. Let's say I wanted to put my bed down, for example. It gave me a bed, I think. All my books. Can I put down a crate, maybe? Yes, I can. Okay. So I can at least put down a couple of crates in here, but I can't, like, tidy it up. And it's really... I find that really frustrating. Just gonna put a few things in this chest. Like, I don't need any of my books with me. I just need to have them unlocked. At least I hope so, anyway. I got some marsh flies. I got some Draco flies. I got one speckled butterfly. Things aren't stacking very well either. Some more spare crates. Right, my composter, I probably need to put that down somewhere. And make some compost with it. So let's like put that down here. And I can maybe interact with it. Okay, so allowed items, twigs, leaves, and like saps. So I could try and make some kind of compost. I did have some twigs, and I definitely have some reeds, and I've got this weeds. Let's try that. Okay. Twig. Okay. Oh, is it like really specific stuff then? Like I need a log and some of this groupy stuff. And then I need some kind of leaf, which I do not have. Well, we're 2/3 of the way there. So I'm going to try and see if maybe chopping these shrubs down gives me a leaf. It did. So that was really easy. Okay, lovely. At least something's easy. At least something's simple. Okay. So now I've got some leaves. So my composter is go, right? And then it looks like there's a bucket required. Is it an empty bucket required? Yes, the composter's going. Ha ha, I did it. I'm like unreasonably happy with myself. Okay, I've made... Oh, we have to finish making the compost, I guess. I just wish there was more guidance on the spores. Like, I really haven't managed to find any, and I'm finding a little bit, a bit of a shame. I haven't. However, that is on its own little path, so I won't be able to finish the chapter, but I'll be able to finish all the rest of the stuff with it. Okay, so hop to it. Now it's time to actually start the job we've been tasked with and get to restoring all those lost species. I'm just going to move on to this. Through the use of different mushrooms, we can modify the genetic traits of frog spawn. Depending on the final traits, you can create all sorts of weird and wonderful frogs. Okay, good to know. To begin, you'll need some frogs, so to get to catching them, you'll need to use your net to catch frogs, similar to catching bugs, except most frogs like to make you work for it and will hop away when you get close. Common green is an extremely hardy species and the perfect genetic baseline for your work, which I have done. I've caught that. If you feel a bit weighed down by frogs, you can release them by placing them down. Frogs don't move too far from where you put them, unless you chase them, so you can keep your hordes out in the open. Even if they escape from you into deep water, they'll just pop back up somewhere else. Okay. The birds and the frogs. Now you have some frogs. You can use one of Hopper's spawners to collect frog spawn. Putting 2 frogs together in a spawner will start the process of them kissing. Don't just stand there watching them, you weirdo. Once they finish kissing, you'll have some fresh frog spawn ready to modify. Okay. So where's your spawner? It's up here, isn't it? That's the spawner. Pretty sure. Isn't that the... Or maybe it's here. Is it that one? I don't know what any of this stuff is. I'm sure he said he had a spawner. But I can't find it. Because I can't find anything. Maybe I need to buy one. Maybe he doesn't have one in here. It's just loads of junk, isn't it? It's just loads of junk. And that's something that I really dislike. I don't have a space that I can make my space. And I can't amend any of the furniture. And that is not something I like at all. I wish I could. I don't know whether maybe later on I'll be able to, or like what the deal is really. Right, let's see if Hopper has a spawner to trade maybe. A cultivator, a crusher, a cauldron, a lantern, a spar, a spawner. I'm pretty sure it is that stuff. But anyway, I need a crate and 5 logs. Oh, I can do that. I can have my own one. Oh, my compost is ready. Yay! Cool. So let's go back to mushroom magic. It looks like compost is ready, so boom. Alright, so by adding our compost to Hopper's cultivators, we can make our own mushroom farms. Take that, nature. Depending on the location, time, temperature, and moisture differences, spores may form. You can check your encyclopedia for hints on what conditions certain species require to spawn. Get a cultivator, okay. So maybe if we can't do it the other way, I can just do it that way. Okay, so can I interact with this cultivator or no? Probably not. That would be very typical. So I need more shrubs if I want to make any more compost, but that's fine. Alright then. Hoppet. I'd like to trade. And I'd like to get a cultivator. I did have some of that goopy stuff, and I definitely did have some logs, but I may have put them in the chest. No. Okay. Oh no, all my goopy stuff and logs are in here. Yeah, okay. Let's take them back out. And use them to trade. For a... So we're making our little place now. It's very cool. Spawner. Cultivator. Might need to chop down another tree or two though. One of those. One of those. Trade that for... Oh, I get 3. Okay, that's alright. Green thumb. Chapter completed. Okay, so let's put down a cultivator. Okay, add some compost to start. Right, so let's put these ones back and let's put some compost in. It's leafy compost. And I guess we just wait and see, do we? Check your encyclopedia for hints on what conditions certain species require to spawn. Okay. Once spores form, the mushrooms can fruit at any time as long as the conditions are right, ready for you to harvest. As you harvest shrooms, your compost will slowly degrade, so be sure to give it a refill now and again. Try setting up some cultivators on grass during a rainy day. Okay. Oh, do I need to take them outside maybe? Temperature depends a lot on the time of day, but later on we'll be able to push those to extremes for the more hardy species. Moisture depends more on where your cultivators are, but is also boosted by the rain. You can view temperature and moisture levels of your current position at any time in the top left of the screen. Okay. So now I need to harvest some mushrooms. Right, so I feel like maybe it would be a good idea to head outside in the rain and pop some cultivators out here somewhere. So let's find one because I've got more than one. So maybe I could pop one there and get some compost inside it. Did I use all of my compost? I think I did. Darn it. So here the humidity is higher and the temperature is a bit lower because of the time of day. I just see what pops up. And I definitely, there were some shrubs around here that I could get with my axe. And I could do with chopping down a few more trees as well, I think. Get all that goodness there. Lovely. I still wish I knew what these were. They're annoying me because I'm like, oh, what are you? I can't check on you with my thing there. My magnifying glass. So now you're annoying me. Alright, so now I can put in some stuff here. Go for that. And did I get any leaves? Oh, yeah, I did. So that should make some more compost for me. And I'll be able to fill out that one outside. A bucket of mud there. Okay. Anything here? Used to grow mushrooms and monitor temperature and moisture levels. I have not gotten any kind of mushroom there yet, though. Let's see in my encyclopedia if there's anything about... Is this the encyclopedia? No, that's the Atlas encyclopedia. There we are. If there's anything about the types of mushrooms. Wet grass makes the perfect environment at higher temperatures. Although it prefers shallow waters, it doesn't like excess moisture. The giant wax cap. That's what I thought I'd seen. Average temperatures and moisture like those provided by the muddy pools before the day begins. Before the day begins. Are we getting to that point now? Yeah, it's like early in the day, isn't it? So, let me see. Muddy pool. Just wondering if any might spawn up here. But that's fine. I just need like one to grow that I can inspect. And then I will be happy. Doesn't look like anything grows there though. Okay. So we've got our first little bit of compost there. Which I can put in here. And hopefully something will grow here because it's like kind of like it's quite moist and it's like quite cool, I suppose you would say. Right, there we are. So that one's done. I'll just put them all over the place and we'll see what we find. And then maybe I can start working on some frogs as well. Right, so I would like to trade using one of these and one of these for a frog spawner thingy. Thank you very much. Oh no, did I? Oh, I did the wrong thing. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's do a... Oh. Okay, put them all in here. Trade with you. Okay, right. So now I have the small chests. Okay. Spawner acquired. I'm going to put you over there. Okay, so. Need a couple of frogs. I happen to have a couple of frogs. Right, so put them in there. Oh yeah, look, there's little hearts. They're kissing. They're getting on with their kissing. So, I guess we wait for that to happen. And they'll probably give me a frog spawn. I need to release a frog. So I should go and catch a frog so I can release it. Because that's the thing it wants me to do. Right, so. Come here, you. And I have released. You and what army? Chapter completed. Done. Home sweet home, you may have noticed that frogs like to jump all over your stuff. If they're getting in the way, you can give them their own stuff to jump all over instead. Hoppet makes all sorts of fun decorative items that frogs love, like small spas or houses. Keeping your frogs in here makes sure they don't go anywhere. Get a spa. Okay. Let's get a frog spa. I like super wish that I could like get Hoppet's stuff. I'm wondering if I should sleep through the night and commune with the yeah, I'm going to, I think. We'll commune with the frog mother, I think, the pond mother. See what she's got to say. I'm pleased to see you survive the respawning. The guide I gave you should set you on the right path. You have a long journey ahead, but I believe in you. Start by restoring the lost frogs and the rest will follow. Okay. I didn't get to do a ton there, so, yeah, that's alright. I think they might be done, so there might be some frog spawn. Oh, there is indeed. There's a common green Gen 2 and another common green Gen 2. Right, okay. So we are at least getting into the breeding stuff now. The birds and the frogs is done, so we've got our frog spawn. Lovely. Gather frog spawn. Done. So, while we wait for our frog spawn, we can start working on our magic mud. That will allow us to modify traits. But I'd have to have mushrooms first. And the mushrooms are the part we are struggling with a lot more than any of the rest of it. Magic mud is formed from a combination of mushrooms and mud in a cauldron. If you haven't already read the previous section, mushroom magic, now's the right time to do so. I'll be waiting. Harvest mushrooms. Okay. So now we really, really need to harvest the mushrooms. And I really, really, really... Okay, did we run out of compost? I feel like we did. I feel like I need to take the compost from the other one because, like, I feel like... Okay. I feel like it's running down, but I'm not really getting anything. Okay. I guess we keep on trying, right? Oh, I see. This is for compost that we haven't used up yet, I guess. And you get the bucket back, which is nice. Okay. We've got some salt there. Leafy compost, and then that's not set. So maybe there's like another kind of compost I can do. Let's go and have a look at the composter and see if there's like more composts we can do. Like, fill all 3 slots to start. Unknown combinations. Oh, I see. Leaves, waterproof, and weeds. Ah. Okay. Ooh. Is that a mushroom up there? Yes, we found some funnel spores. So even if I haven't been able to make any in my little composter thingy here, at least I've got those in the encyclopedia now. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, never mind. Let me just go into the mushroom making section because now this one is done. I still haven't harvested any mushrooms. So let's just read this through again and see what I'm doing. So once spores form, the mushrooms can fruit at any time as long as the conditions are right, ready for you to harvest. As you harvest shrooms, your compost will slowly degrade. So be sure to give it a refill now and again. Try setting up some cultivators on grass during a rainy day. Okay. You know what? I will move this. Or I'll not, and I'll just... Okay. On grass on a rainy day. It told me what to do. It literally told me what to do. And I just ignored it. And I was like, I'm just going to set that up in the water. Because that's how I roll. I'll just make a little bit of room up here. Doesn't hurt to make a bit of room. Move it, frogs. Okay. And then I bought quite a few of these. So let's set a couple up. And then I'll just make some more leafy compost. I don't need to be making super fancy composts or anything like that. Right, so let's go back to my hand. Okay, so I want to put some leaves in here. Oh, there's some more compost being made. Wonderful. Great stuff. Let's go and put that in up here and see if we'll actually start to make some mushrooms of some description. And that will be allowing me to do some... Oh, wow. I'll have you. Or not. Oh, I guess I can only inspect them. I can't, like, harvest them. There we are. Oh, let me do the other one as well. You can have one. You can have one spare one. And you can have that. Okay, let's see what they do. I'm hoping that they will grow these funnel spore things. Can't interact with them in any way, shape or form. Other than to... Nope. Nope, nope, nope. And it kind of did say that. It said you need to grow them yourself. You can look at them to see what the conditions need to be for them. Be red with a magnifying glass. I didn't see what the difference is of having read it and not read it, because the encyclopedia doesn't seem like it gives you much of a different answer. Fool's mirror, squat amplifier, giant wax cap, flat stinkhorn, and stout funnel. I think it's a stout funnel that we found. Find this mushroom to log its preferred environment. Ah, here we are, spore sightings. I've spotted spores of this mushroom form in the wet grass during the day. It likes shallow waters, but doesn't like excess moisture. So on a dry day, maybe I would get a flat stinkhorn. Oh, look, something grew in here. Wow. It hasn't bloomed yet, but I can... Flat stinkhorn? New species found. Oh my goodness. Okay, it worked. I was just being impatient. Yes, okay. So I just had to wait for it to be dry. Okay. Cool. Nobility -1. Odor +1. I see. Given the endless waters of our worlds, it's not surprising that these sort of mushrooms exist. It doesn't stop it being any less fascinating to watch the mycelia spread across the surface. Wonderful. Salty, sweet, salty. So we've got like hints. They wait until the water starts to cool before coming out. Dreamfly, pond skater, forgotten butterfly, firefly, and moon jelly. So I like the fact that in this game it does give you hints of what to do with things. So that is rather good. All right, let's go back into my little journal, and because I'm just trying to work basically through the tutorial. So we have now harvested a mushroom, which is wonderful. So later on, you'll be able to harvest the spores themselves and form all sorts of interesting new mushrooms. For now, you'll just have to settle for all these wonderful natural permutations. How boring. As a reward for your progress, take this compost recipe. I think you'll find it very useful. Is that a new compost recipe then? Oh, it is. Absorbent compost. So I need twigs, salt, and logs. Oh, cool. Very cool. Okay. What's next on the docket then for me? Let's see. Gosh, I need to like start working on this a bit faster because like we're nearly at an hour and a half. How on earth has that happened? It's been like gone so fast. I need to get them a spa. Okay, so let's just see if we can trade with Hopper here. Get a spa. I'd like to trade for a frog spa. We do a small one. Oh yeah, a small one. Okay, so a lotus found in deep water. Okay. See if we can find a lotus in deep water. Oh, there's more of these. Wow. When it rains, I can get the other ones. Red lily. Probably it's a red lily. I hope it is. If it's not, then I don't know what they want. Let's have a look. Oh, they need a... No, it is a white lotus. Okay. Whereas these are red lilies. Okay, let's see about deep water. Maybe I'll be able to find them, like, hopping across the lily pads. Or maybe I'll be able to find it just on the very edge of some deep water. That is a white lotus. Come to me. Come to me, my beauty. Oh, man. I can see it. I just can't get it. Alright, let's look in some more deep water. Maybe one with stepping stones. I might be able to sort of get to it that way. Okay, there's some stepping stones over here. And potentially these are white lotuses. Yeah, they are. Okay, cool. That's better. Okay, let's go and trade that for a frog spa. Oh, no, that is the lab. That is not the... That's not the place I need to go right now. I'd love to have at least one sort of like mutation done by the time we wrap this up. So let's trade for a frog spa. Okay, home sweet home done. I'll probably put it down somewhere as well. Did we get 3 of them? Wow. Put one over there. And I'll interact with it and see what we can do. We can maybe put frogs inside. I'm allowed 1 frog to go in there. Okay. Okay. Main thing is we know how it works and that it exists. So frog spa, done. Right. So magic mud. I need a cauldron for that. And I need to make that with mud and mushrooms. Okay. I'd like to trade and get a cauldron, please. So for that, I'm going to need mushroom powder made from crushing mushrooms. So I'm going to need a crusher. And for that, I need any mushrooms that I can find. Oh. Do these not count then? A bucket, any mushrooms you can find. That's a mushroom, right? And 5 logs. And yeah, those are mushrooms. Why can't I do it? I am so sad now. White lotus and lily seeds. I can grow my own flowers as well. And then a bucket. It makes me really sad. Alright, I'm going to go and look and see if there's any more. Or any more. They're not in bloom. Did these guys up here ever start to bloom? They did. Oh, wonderful. But they're not in bloom right now. Okay. So I need to wait for it to rain. So they'll bloom. Maybe I'll sleep till morning and see if we get better weather conditions in the morning. Sleep until dawn. Oh, it's another dry day. Well, darn it. Not blooming. Okay. I think they did bloom at one point, though. Let's sleep until day. See if we get any change to the weather conditions or anything happens there. So we've got more of these stinkcorns. They're growing all the time. But they don't seem to be the mushrooms that it wants. It wants these. And they're not in bloom again. Okay, well, let's see if tomorrow we have another rainy day. I'll maybe make some more leafy compost in the meantime as well. So let's just make sure that we've got enough wood for that. And enough slimy stuff and enough leaves. We do, yeah, we've got enough of everything. Cool. And we've actually already got some compost. And we've got some absorbent compost as well. Boost the moisture levels by 1. That might be useful for making those other ones. But yeah, I probably just, because I've set them all up already, just need to wait for it to rain. Oh, I don't know what I chose there. Let's see what the weather's like. It's nighttime and it's raining. Okay, let's go and have a little look and see if they are blooming at all. It might be that they need to bloom in the day. Spores present. Okay, I will sleep. Do the mushroom section. Quest completed. Ah, I harvested mushrooms. I see. Once we have mushrooms, Hopper has a special crusher machine, that is what we're trying to find right now. It allows us to crush them into a fine powder. To use it, simply add your mushrooms and use a bit of elbow grease to pull down the thing to form the powder. A bit of manual labour, I'm afraid. No croak work machines for you just yet. Grind mushrooms. We did manage to do everything though. Perfect conditions. Alright, I'll check on them again. So let me just see. So, encyclopedia. These are the stout funnels. So in the wet grass during the day. So it does need to be wet and it does need to be daytime. And just sleep until day. And hope it's still raining. I bet you it won't be. I bet it'll be lovely and sunny. Oh no, it is raining still. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Are they blooming? Why are you not blooming? Oh no, you did. You started to bloom. Lovely. Cool. That's our second mushroom done. Alright, let's go. I was just being a little bit impatient. So, we go in here. I'm hoping that the trade we're doing, it's not any mushrooms, it's the stout funnel. You particularly seem to want that. Right, so I've got my mushroom crusher. Wonderful. I know they are watching whether I do or don't replace the trees, but... Alright, so we've got some stout funnel powder. Done! I need to put some things away because like this is getting quite chocker. Okay, so we have made some mushrooms. Now we need to get a cauldron. So I'm going to need some of this mushroom powder. I'm going to need a bucket of water. That's a frog spar. That's not a bucket of water. That's a bucket of water, though. And I'm going to need 5 logs, which I do not have. Do I have any in there? No. All right, let's go cut down a tree. Okay. I'm getting salt from the trees. You notice that? Okay, so just in case you wonder where the salt comes from. Righty-ho then. Let's go over to you. Trade. 5 logs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so now we have a cauldron. Perfect. Let's put that down. Right, so we need some of this. And we need some of this mud. And we go like this. Magic mud. Blue magic mud. Okay, I could probably make some red magic mud as well. I need to know how to get mud though. Oh, it's probably for, you probably put them in the mud patches up the top, don't you? That'll be why. Because I found all my mud so far. Right, so I now have magic mud. Which is what it wanted, right? It wanted me to make magic mud. So we ground mushrooms. We made magic mud. I need to get tadpoles. So we have our frog spawn, and we have our magic mud. It's time to put it all together in a nursery. By layering the nursery tank with our magic mud, we can form an environment for the frog spawn to be born and take on the genetic modifications of the mushrooms. So I want to at least get through this hop to it bit if I can. So, right, nursery. Let's go and have a look and see if we can trade for a nursery. Feeder, a nursery. Right, so I need some goopy goop. I need some more of the... Yeah, okay, right. I think we had some goopy goop in here. We do. We're making loads of compost, and I don't need as much as I'm making. Okay. So I need to go get a bucket of mud and chop down a couple of trees. Chop down a tree, chop down a tree. Bucket of mud. That's 3 buckets of mud. I'll just grab these on the way. Never have too many mushrooms. Well, so basically while it's raining, those will give me mushrooms. This one's run out of compost. So I'll take my buckets back and I can maybe add some more for when it's dry. Okay, so nursery. One, two, three, four, 5 of those. And a bucket of mud. And 5 of those. Right, nursery is here. Okay, so we put the nursery down somewhere. Put it over here maybe. Alright, so this is my nursery and I have my frog spawn. And I have my magic mud. I need water for the tadpoles, do I? Okay then. Let's go outside and get some water then. Okay, so I have some water here. Can I put it in there? Yes. Okay, so we now have our own little tadpole spawning place. And if I make some magic mud from the flat stinkhorn, then I might be able to make like a different kind of tadpole altogether as well. Oh, look, there they are. Oh, look at them go. Go on, my little tadpoles. Okay, so are we done with this? No, I need to get the tadpoles. Okay. Don't eat them. No eating them. I feel so accomplished. I don't think we're going to have time to quite get through everything, though, and really start to dig into the genetic mutations. But I feel like super happy that I've done all of the things I needed to get to this point, because it was kind of a crazy ride. A lot of working out how to do things. Okay, they're nearly done, they're nearly done, they're nearly done. We have a bucket of tadpoles. Wonderful. They are Gen 2, and they've got an increased A. They have an increased A. Right, okay. I don't know what A stands for. Yeah, I've done it. Let's say next. Okay, so we have our frog spawn. We have our magic mud. It's time to put them... No, this one's it. With a bucket of fresh tadpoles, try not to spill it, we can use a feeder to help them grow big and strong. Tadpoles are very hungry, but also very fussy, and will want specific flavours of bugs to eat. Once they've eaten enough, they'll jump out, ready for a life of being chased by yours truly, grow new frogs. Okay, let's get a feeder then, I guess. Trade for a feeder. So, I don't have enough goopy things. They're lily pad leaves. Okay. I have the bucket of water, I think. What did I use them all? Maybe I used them all. So I need to get some more water, and we do have the logs required. Okay. So grab a bucket of water, grab some lily pads. Oh, I see some. There's loads and loads of them around. That's okay. Let's get some of these. Apparently I was getting buckets of water at the same time. It's okay, I'm sure I'll use them. I'd like to trade for a feeder. And my slimy slimes. Trade. Feeder acquired. Right, so let's put the feeder down. We've got quite the lab going here, haven't we? And I put that over next to the... Oh, okay. Do I have to put it in that pond? Do I have to go in water? Alright. Alright, my little dudes. So I need my bucket of frog spawn. I figure would go there. And they want something salty. So we do actually have that. We have a whole load of Draco flies, and I believe that they are salty. So that is great. I don't have many sweet things or anything else like that, so... Input slot. There we are. So I added a salty thing for them. Hopefully that makes them happy. Okay, so once they're done eating all of the stuff... Oh, I see. They've got little progress bars above their heads. Okay, I was like, how will I know when they're done? But we have a progress bar to tell us. Wonderful. Oh, this is going to be such a late episode. I had a house inspection today, so everything has gotten so behind. Come on, guys. You got to be nearly there, right? Yay! One born every minute, so we've got these little frogs. Okay. Okay, nice. Done. I grew new frogs. Okay, so different traits can lead to entirely different species, but species also have their own variants. Experimenting with how far you can modify a species before it changes into a new one is a surefire way to discover these variants. As you explore, you'll also come across some clues to keep these combinations, so keep them peeled. And then... There are various relics that can be activated by using specific frogs as genetic keys. As you discover more species, you'll be able to unlock them and the paths they reveal between the waking and dreaming world. A lot to be getting on with, but I believe in you. Good luck, and take this. Okay, so I'm going to be getting some sort of, like, thing, but I need to do that, and I need to do that. And there we are, we finished that. Each frog has 7 traits that make up its overall genetics. Amplitude, nobility, odour, umbrage, ribbit, energy and saturation. There we are. You can view the traits of any frog by viewing it. Its trait card will show in the bottom right. With different combinations of traits, you can create all sorts of different species. So what did we create there? So there's going to be a chapter on all these different things. Maybe I'll read through it actually. And then the long road ahead. So the long road ahead we won't be able to do, but I can read through all of these quickly because it's not too bad. I can put down my... What on earth is that? It's a frog arch. Oh, okay. Can be used to keep frogs in one place. Oh, okay. I don't really need to have loads of those. Right, so what I would like to do is to maybe catch one of these frogs and just see how they are. So I found the F variant of the common green. Wonderful, so let's have a look at this. So amplitude is the measure of how big a frog is, both in general dimensions and in weight. Lower amplitude frogs are useful for getting into small places and generally looking adorable. Oh, getting into small places, I see. Higher amplitude frogs can be unwieldy, but their weight allows them to be used as counterweights for certain machinery. Min-max amplitude. Nobility is the measure of how classy a frog is. Less noble frogs. Why can't I go Oh, I see. That's been complete. Okay, let's go from ribbit round then. Ribbit is the measure of the sounds that a frog makes and their volume. The lower the ribbit, the more quiet and reserved the frog is, and more respectful of others sleeping at night. The higher the ribbit, the louder the frog, reaching such levels as to actually become a harnessable energy in the form of croakwork machines. Cool. Saturation is the measure of how damp a frog is and how much moisture they retain. The lower the saturation, the drier the frog, to a point where they can even take in excess moisture from the environment. The higher the saturation, the wetter the frog, with some species even able to produce more water than seemingly exists. Okay, energy is the measure of how much energy a frog has and their motivation. The lower energy frogs are extremely lazy, preferring to wait for bugs to accidentally fall into their mouths. The higher energy frogs are highly resilient, almost uncontrollable in how fast they hop around the place. Umbrage is the measure of the grumpiness of a frog and how much they're ready to start a scrap. Lower umbrage means a more chilled out frog, and at extremes this can even cool the temperature nearby. Higher umbrage means it's more likely the frog will have a tantrum, and at the high end of the spectrum they can even boil the water around them. Nobility is a measure of how classy a frog is. Less noble frogs are looked down on by others for no better reason than their lack of style. More noble frogs are the ones usually looking down on others. Okay. Completed that one. So what's the next one after that then? Why was I allowed to complete all of these? I'm confused now. Let's have a read. Okay, so min-max nobility. This chapter isn't complete yet. Amplitude is the measure of how big a frog is, both in general dimensions and in weight. Lower amplitude frogs are useful for getting into small places. And we read all of these, actually. And then, by mastering all the traits, you'll be able to fully restore this place back to working order. Obviously, this is a demo, so you've only got 3 to play with. So I'm just teasing you with the rest. So you go and wishlist my game, please, and thanks. However, I'm not entirely heartless. Take this for mastering those 3. Oh, right. So once we get nobility, amplitude, and odor mastered, then we've min-maxed them, then we will get that backpack or whatever it is. So I think that's the backpack that goes in here. Backpack slot, so we free up a bit more space, which is really nice. And then the long road ahead is creating new species and get some stout funnels and create a very chonky frog. So those things I don't think I've got time to do, but we know the basics of how to make and manipulate the frogs, how to make the mud, all of that sort of stuff. So I think that is probably the most important thing. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. It was maybe a little longer than I intended, but I wanted to at least get a Generation 2 frog done. And we have, so that's wonderful. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, then please do leave me a like below. If you'd like to see more demos and first looks and things, then please do subscribe. I'll let you know when the videos are out. Hope to see you next time. In the meantime, please look after yourselves and keep being awesome.